Following a hugely successful first year for Masters of the Universe toys, the toy company Mattel designed a wide variety of new products to expand the range in 1983. This lineup included 6 new action figures featuring 2 heroes and 4 villains, along with 3 new creatures, a battery-powered vehicle and a playset and vehicle combination. And Mattel did not rest on their laurels during the second year of development on this toy line, creating some of the best figures in the entire toy range. So in today's video we're going to take a detailed look at every single toy in the Masters of the Universe range from 1983, so stay tuned.
Come with me, toy fans!
Hey Motu fans, my name is Tony and welcome to Analog Toys, where we're obsessed with bringing you the history of vintage toys and action figures. When Mattel first released the Masters of the Universe toy line in 1982, a total of 8 action figures were included, with these new for 1983 action figures expanding the range to a total of 14 different characters. Similar to the way that Mattel designed the first wave of action figures, some of the 1983 release figures reused previously sculpted body parts, with Faker being the most glaring example, being nothing more than a recoloured He-Man. Although I am very fond of this figure, since he is standing in the Tower of Castle Grayskull in this Christmas morning photograph from my childhood. All but one of the 1983 figures are afforded a Power Punch feature by way of a spring-loaded waist, and most of them are equipped with newly designed accessories such as weapons and armour. So let's take a look at the first new heroic character on offer in 1983, Ram Man. The character of Ram Man is described as a heroic human battering ram, and he is an ally of He-Man. This action figure is vastly different to anything else Mattel had released up to this point in the line, and that is due to his action feature gimmick, which required his body to be designed in an entirely different fashion to all the other action figures. Ram Man's legs are moulded together and can be pushed up inside his body, and then with the press of a button that is located on his right heel, you can activate his human battering ram feature. This gimmick really limited Ram Man's articulation, and when the novelty of the spring-loaded legs wears off, you quickly realise that Ram Man is a somewhat underwhelming figure. Armed with a single battle axe accessory, Ram Man is a difficult figure to find in good condition today, due to his frequently missing silver bracelets. He is also hard to find with decent paint still intact, because of how often he was used as a human battering ram. The Ram Man action figure features a green, red and silver coloured outfit. However, I believe this colour scheme was a late design choice made by Mattel, since in most of the promotional art he is depicted as having a red, orange and silver ensemble. Next up we have Manny Faces, the heroic human, robot, monster. The Manny Faces action figure features a biomechanical design aesthetic, which is entirely new and does not reuse a single body part from previously released figures. The big selling point with Manny Faces was his 3 distinct personalities, and Manny Faces becomes a human, robot or monster by twisting the button on the top of his head. Armed with an orange laser pistol, Manny Faces is a fun action figure that makes up for its limited accessories by providing us with 3 characters in one figure, which is something I really enjoyed when I was a child. This figure was also available in a deluxe version that included 5 bonus weapons from the Castle Grayskull weapons rack, which this time around were cast in a burgundy coloured plastic. Now we get to the 4 new Evil Warrior figures, and let's start by taking a closer look at Faker. As previously mentioned, Faker, the evil robotic He-Man imposter, is simply a recoloured He-Man action figure, who is equipped with Skeletor's sword and chest armour, which this time are produced in a bright orange plastic. Faker also features a chest sticker, which weirdly looks like a reel-to-reel tape recorder, and is often missing on loose examples. In the Masters of the Universe mythology, Faker is a being created by Skeletor with the aim of looking exactly like He-Man to create maximum trouble and confusion, and many theories circulate in collector groups regarding the true inspiration for the action figure. However, the most likely explanation is that the character of Faker would simply allow Mattel to get another action figure into the 1983 lineup without incurring any additional tooling costs. The next 2 new Evil Warriors are Triclops and Evelyn. While the Triclops action figure reuses the He-Man body mould, detailed with black and orange paint applications, he comes with a brand new head sculpt and accessories. The Triclops action feature gimmick consists of 3 different eyes on his helmet, which can be rotated around so that he has a daytime eye, a nighttime eye, and an eye that can see around corners. Triclops is armed with a newly designed broadsword that will be reused later in the line for Fisto. Triclops is also equipped with a unique armour set that has a green and orange colour scheme, but its coolest feature is the small loop on the back of the right shoulder that is used as a holster of sorts for his sword. This is a very cool addition that I wish was added to many other action figure designs. Triclops also came with a glow-in-the-dark warrior's ring, which is frequently missing on loose examples. The Evelyn action figure also reuses a previously designed body mould, this time taking Tila's body and producing it in yellow plastic, with the costume being painted in a combination of light and dark blue. Evelyn's head is sculpted wearing an elaborate headpiece that matches the rest of her outfit, and her face features some extravagant eye makeup. Completing the figure is Evelyn's claw cane and crystal ball accessory that actually glows in the dark, a feature that I never knew about when I was a child. The final new figure released in 1983 is a personal favourite, and one that I also consider to be the best in the entire range, Trapjaw. Trapjaw is one of the most beloved characters in the Masters of the Universe franchise, and I'm almost certain that his incredibly well designed action figure has a lot to do with his popularity. Absolutely packed with play value, Trapjaw could almost be considered a deluxe action figure when compared to the other figures in the line. Trapjaw gets his name from his movable mechanical jaw, which is believed to have been inspired by an unproduced Big Jim action figure named Ironjaw. Trapjaw also has a loop moulded into the top of his helmet that he can use to slide down cables.
Halt or face the evil hook of Trapjaw!
Trapjaw, Battlecat, and He-Man each sold separately, string not included.
That hook won't stop He-Man. Then Trapjaw will use his vicious claw. Still no contest. Then Trapjaw will use his wicked laser. Even a one-armed army can't stop He-Man and Battlecat. You win this time, He-Man.
Trapjaw figure from the Masters of the Universe collection. He-Man and Battlecat figures each sold separately. From Mattel.
The Trapjaw action figure also features a robotic right arm with an armour panel that extends across his chest. This robotic arm comes with 3 different plug-in accessories, including a hook, pinchers and a laser gun. Trapjaw is also equipped with a belt that features a skull and crossbones symbol on the buckle and can be used to carry the spare attachments for his arm, and the action figure was sold packaged with another glow-in-the-dark warrior's ring, similar to Triclops. And that completes the new for 1983 action figures, so let's move on to the creatures. First up we have Panther, the savage cat that Skeletor commands into battle. This toy is a reuse of the Battlecat mould from 1982 and features the same saddle accessory, simply recoloured in a dark green plastic. However, instead of including a helmet for Panther, Mattel opted to decorate the creature with flocking instead of a paint job, and the results are quite striking. This does, however, make it difficult to find mint examples today, since the flocking often wore off during playtime. Rounding out the creature collection we have Zoar the Fighting Falcon and Screech the Barbarian Bird. Much like Battlecat, these 2 birds have been made from previously existing moulds, taken from Mattel's Big Jim toy line. And apart from the colour schemes, these 2 toys and their accessories are identical. Zoar features a striking orange, white and blue colour scheme, while Screech is adorned in purple and dark blue, and both of these creatures have a flapping wing action feature that is activated by operating a lever on the right leg. Both birds came with a 2-piece perch and a bomb pack that slides over the beak and snaps into the rear segment that attaches to the bird's tail. While Screech may be somewhat of an obscure character in the Masters of the Universe mythology, Zoar on the other hand became a very prominent character, all thanks to the Filmation cartoon, where the sorceress can only leave Castle Grayskull in falcon form, as Zoar. Together, Screech and Zoar make for interesting additions to the toy line that helped expand the realm of possibilities within a child's very own Planet Eternia play environment. When I was a kid, I had most of the 1983 Masters of the Universe toys, but there was one glaring omission from my childhood collection: the Attack Track. This battery-powered battle machine holds a single Masters of the Universe action figure in the driver's seat and was produced in a bright red and blue colour scheme. The action figure driver is held securely in place via a working seatbelt, and the vehicle is armed with a pair of rotating laser cannons. On the underside of the Attack Track you'll find the battery compartment that holds 2 C-size batteries that power the complex mechanical drive system, and it's a hell of a lot of fun to play with, and quite fast to boot. While far from being the best vehicle in the Masters of the Universe range, the Attack Track does feature a unique and very enjoyable play feature, making it a worthy addition to any vintage Motu collection. The final new product released in 1983 is Point Dread and the Talon Fighter. This product is advertised as being 3 toys in one and consists of the flying vehicle known as the Talon Fighter and the titular Point Dread, a simple 2-piece plastic construct designed to resemble a stone outcrop, and the toy also included an adventure book and read-along record.
Introducing Point Dread and the Talon Fighter. Comes with adventure book and story record with sound effects. Action figures sold separately.
Let's hear He-Man and Skeletor on the Point Dread stories.
I, Skeletor, will finally defeat He-Man!
I'll use the Talon Fighter to stop Skeletor!
In a flash, He-Man's hurled through space and time.
Surrender to the power of Point Dread's Talon Fighter!
You win, He-Man, but I'll be back!
Point Dread and the Talon Fighter with record and storybook. You have to put it together. Action figures sold separately from Mattel.
The Talon Fighter, while impressive to look at, is actually a very fragile toy that perches atop Point Dread with its clawed feet. This 2-man flying vehicle is designed to look like a bird of prey and has a handle at the rear that a child could use to simulate its flying motion. The wings are fragile and often broken, and the toy features a radar dish that is attached to the hinged cockpit canopy. With the canopy raised, you can easily fit 2 action figures inside, although the figure at the rear needs to straddle the pilot in a rather intimate fashion. There are also several stickers included to give the interior of the cockpit some added detail. The Talon Fighter has also been manufactured from a very brittle plastic that makes me feel as though it would smash into 1,000 pieces if I accidentally dropped it. Point Dread itself is very basic, consisting of a lower rampart section and parapet section that clips on top. A window in the parapet has been provided for action figures to look through, and a cardboard insert is supplied to give the interior some added detail. Finally, the perch for the Talon Fighter is clipped onto the top of the parapet. Described by Mattel as a frontier outpost, Point Dread is quite underwhelming as is, but the inclusion of a simple but very clever design feature breathes new life into this toy. If you separate the 2 halves of Point Dread, you can attach the parapet to the tower of Castle Grayskull, and the Talon Fighter looks absolutely magnificent when perched atop this mystical structure, while also adding another aspect of fun to one of the greatest vintage playsets ever designed. And with that, we have now covered every single toy released by Mattel in the 1983 Masters of the Universe range. During its second year on toy shop shelves, Mattel's Masters of the Universe toy line included some fantastic new products that really helped to bolster the popularity of the brand. And while Mattel did phone it in with a few of the designs, the limited effort required to develop some of these products meant that the company could reallocate its design resources to other toys and would go on to produce some of the greatest action figures in the entire line. Overall, Mattel's 1983 range of Masters of the Universe toys are interesting and entertaining, and I'm certainly pleased that I've finally completed this part of my collection. So if you enjoyed this video and you happen to miss our Collector's Guide to 1982, you can click right here. Or if you'd like to see our Toy Histories episode where we cover the development of the Masters of the Universe toy line, you can click right here. I'm Tony from Analog Toys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.